the fuck, Michaela? Hey webheads, welcome to my first spooky Q&A. I got a cauldron full of questions. I'm so excited. Let's get this show on the road. I really folded them. Oh no, it's gonna be a long video. What is the most embarrassing Halloween costume from your childhood? I'd have to say my most embarrassing one, it wasn't like the one that my mom always made the best costumes, but the one that I decided to do myself, I don't have a picture of it, I wish I did, but basically I was a pirate and I just like did 2 black eyes. I looked so stupid, and I just remember like, oh my god, I was so extra because I wanted to be a pirate after watching Pirates of the Caribbean. I was like, I'm gonna be a pirate, I'm gonna look so cool. I overdid it with the makeup, everything else. My mom did the whole costume, but I just looked so dumb with the 2 black eyes. Okay, question number 2. Do you have a creepy haunted house story if you've ever been in one? Yes. Okay, so in San Antonio we have a haunted house called the 13th floor. Now the 13th floor, I was my first experience going back in 2012 or 11, I think. It was when I got my first boyfriend. That's where he wanted to go for our first date. Now, I like haunted houses, but I don't like them, but I like them. I'm very weird about it. So when I got there, I was like, wow, okay, I'm really about to go in. And this is like my first impression on this guy. I could embarrass myself. Like, it was intimidating. And so, like, of course, already boyfriend, girlfriend, but still, what if he breaks up with me if I'm like a weak bitch in the haunted house? So, we go in and dude, this thing's fucking nuts. Like, this, everything's over the top. He's screaming more than I am. He's holding on to me. I feel like the guy wearing the pants in the relationship. But we get towards the end. Now, I have a big fear of like movies that have butcher shops where bodies are like hanging, or I just have a fear of like being in that situation. Now, the end of the coming towards the end, basically, I'm walking down this pitch black hallway and I see a door at the very end, and I'm like, okay, I gotta take a left. That's simple as that. I gotta take a left. Well, I hear run. Bitch, I booked it. I booked it out that hallway, and then I turned to left and it's another hallway, and I'm like, great. I see the thing that I did not want to come across. It was a butcher, you know, like those plastic things that hang from doorways, covered in blood. I was like, no, I'm gonna go into a butcher shop. I'm gonna cry. So I'm like, okay, what if I just go turn back around? Because my boyfriend left me. And I was like on my own, having to leave by myself. He left me. So I'm here like, okay, what if I go back and I turn around? I turn around and I'm up facing to this like super tall guy, super tall. And he's just staring down at me. And I'm just like, He just raises his arm slowly and he points towards the end of the hallway. And I was like, dude, you got it. And I booked it. And I slammed into like the little hanging things and like they tied it around. And I just like swinging bodies. Like, there was people in there, but I couldn't see very well, so they were swinging the bodies back and forth, and I'm like, fuck, 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 fuck. Hear a chainsaw. A chainsaw. I scream my lungs out, and I book it out the door, and I see a swipe of a blade, and I'm like, ah! Lost my shit. So yeah, I haven't been to the 13th floor since 2012. A year of only Halloween but not eating candy, or a life without Halloween but eat all the candy. You know, oh, that's really hard though. Like, I think I go a year of only Halloween because there's so much fun things to do on like the Halloween month. Because I can't really eat a lot of candy due to like being a pre-diabetic. So I think this is perfect. I think I can survive without candy and I'll be golden. I can have Halloween all year round, bitches. Oh, hell yeah. What's your favorite horror movie? So I take horror with a grain of salt because there's so many different types of genres of like horror films. But I'd have to say my favorite one that I could like rewatch and rewatch would have to be 13 Ghosts or like any of the Scream movies. Yeah, I think I would have to go with that. How many Halloween movies have you seen? I've seen a lot. When I lived in Massachusetts though, I watched way more Halloween movies than I ever did in my life when I lived in like Texas. Cause Halloween's a big thing over there, and you go like to corn mazes and all that stuff. Like it's a thing. Like it is an actual thing. Shh. It is an actual like thing. Like it's more hyped up over there, and like them passing out candy is like you have to have like a huge amount of candy because my mom bought like I think 5 pounds or something amount of pounds of candy. I can't remember. It was a big amount, and she ran out in like 30 minutes. So she had to go back to the store to get more candy. Like, it's like, there's so many kids that go out to go trick-or-treating. More than any kids I've seen in my life. Like, it was a parade of kids dressed up in costumes when I lived over there. So, I'd have to say I have seen a lot of scary movies. Something you are afraid of. I am terrified of dying alone. And also, like, being alone, like, not getting in a relationship. I'm terrified of moths. I have a slight fear of arachnophobia, like spiders. I have a fear of spiders, and it's getting worse. I've noticed that it's getting a lot worse versus when I was younger. I wasn't really scared of spiders, but now I'm like actually getting scared of spiders. Snakes, not so much anymore. I actually love snakes. My dog just literally took down my tower of blankets to make a bed. Love that. And clowns. I have like a fear of clowns. I don't like them. I was at Six Flags Fright Fest, and this clown literally hooked onto my necklace and pulled me forward. Like, they're not supposed to touch you, but he touched me. And I literally, because he screamed in my face, and I screamed back because I was just like, fuck boundaries, you just killed it. Like, I hate clowns. But I've learned to like kind of laugh through it if I'm in a haunted house. But if I was in a situation and a clown came up to me, I think I'd piss my pants. Like, I literally would. I hate clowns. My mom, odd as it is, my mom loves clowns. Loves them. She has a thing of clowns in her closet. Yeah. I'm exposing myself to the internet of my biggest... Those are like minuscule fears. I have a genuine petrified fear of wire hangers. If you watch the movie Mommy Dearest and you watch the no more wire hanger scene, I am afraid of wire hangers. Yes, wire hangers. But yeah, you like my spooky decorations? I got Spooky, and I got Boo, and I got a spider. It seems fitting because it's, you know, my Spider-Man collection and everything else. So, you know, I'm so smart. Okay, would you rather kill a pregnant spider or kill a spider but have it haunt you? I'm sorry for anybody who's pro spider pregnancy. I'ma smush it. Smush it down real flat. This is Halloween, pumpkin scream in the dead of night. This is Halloween, everybody make a scene, trick or treat, the name is going to die right. This is our town, everybody scream in this town of Halloween. My questions! No! Oh no! Oh no. Oh no! Oh shit, I can't remember backwards. Oh, my questions fell. Do you like Coraline? Is that even a question? I love Coraline! Oh my god! I love Coraline so much. I actually have a blue wig and I named it Coraline. I love her. Love that movie. She's so spunky. She's so cute. I'm gonna watch it after this. I'm gonna watch her some Coraline. It's on Netflix. Lost Boys or Twilight? Better vampires. Honestly, scare factor, Lost Boys. Romanticism, Twilight. What's your favorite Halloween movie? Favorite Halloween movie? Hocus Pocus. I watch it every Halloween. I'm not kidding. I watch it every Halloween. I watch the Salem Scooby-Doo movie. I freaking love that one with the Hex Witches. Yes! And if you don't know, oh my gosh, you need to watch it. Best Scooby-Doo film out there. Favorite Stranger Things character? I have to be basic and say 11. Spooky Tom or Cute Tom? Spooky Tom is a spooky black spider. I'd have to say, I haven't seen Spooky Tom yet. If we're talking about the black spider, like right now, with the suit with red, I like that, but it's not very spooky. But if we're talking like symbiote spooky, I'd wait to see that and then I could give an opinion. So I'm gonna have to say Cute Tom. I mean, he is pretty cute. I met him multiple times. Yeah. Favorite thing to do for Halloween? Honestly, spend time with my mom, Harley, eat candy, watch spooky movies. I'm filming this on Halloween, you know. Sister Spooky, Sister Snatched, I don't know, Sister schedule is on point. So I'm filming this on Halloween, so happy Halloween. What are you going to be? So first off, I am in my BTS shirt. It's a meme of Suga, basically, that he's like this. And it just looks super funny, and I wanted it to be a meme, okay? I wanted it to be a meme. You know how Jenna Marbles wanted to be a toothbrush? I wanted it to be a meme for Halloween. I didn't want to be a sexy cop, a sexy librarian, whatever people do these days. I don't care. I wanted it to be a meme. Hopefully I don't look stupid. I feel like I'm going to look stupid, but favorite scary movie? I think we talked about horror movies, but scary movie, the scariest movie for me that I've watched that make me super sketched out are the Sinister movies. Those movies make me so uncomfortable to be alone. Like, I can't watch it. Like, I literally can't be alone. Like, just thinking about it right now, I'm home alone and I'm freaked out. So, yeah. Can't watch those movies. What's your favorite spoopy song? My favorite spoopy song, besides The Nightmare Before Christmas, like basically the whole soundtrack. I'd have to say, when I was younger, like I was really freaked out by the Beetlejuice soundtrack. Like the introduction music freaked me out. But I love it now. Like, of course, when I'm older, I appreciate things. Do you believe in ghosts? Yes, I do believe in ghosts. And why? Why do I believe in ghosts? I'll tell you why. So my great-grandmother had a very old Victorian house. And when I say old, they found Civil War artifacts in this home. This home was made into different types of things throughout the years since it was built. And I did the research when I stayed with my dad back in Massachusetts. But the story that my dad always told me was that he was outside in the carriage house with my Uncle Ricky and my Uncle Mark, and they were outside working on something, and then they heard this huge crash come from the top of the house. So they run out and they look up, and they all see a little boy standing in the window of the attic. And they're all just standing there like, "You saw that, right?" And then my Uncle Rick is like, "Yeah, I see it." Uncle Mark's like, "Dude, I see it." Like, they all saw it. It wasn't just like my dad seeing it, it was all of them seeing it. This was before I was born. Then this was before my my Uncle Sam was there too. But my Uncle Sam's daughter, Courtney, literally would sit at the bottom of the staircase and talk to the attic. And then Uncle Sam would be like, "Court, what are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm talking to my friend." Literally, it was the boy up in the attic. Fast forward to when Brittany and I would go and play up in the attic. We played with someone. I didn't register it until I was older and I did research on the house. A little boy died in the attic. Why? around that time, they would put the sick children, people up in the attic or in the basement. Well, a little boy, I think his name was James or whatever, I can't remember, on the file of the house. It's a death certificate. Yes, he died of pneumonia up there. So I remember with my cousins playing with a boy. We didn't have any boy cousins, so I believe in ghosts. I really do. I have feelings where I'm like either driving somewhere and a song will come on with like a loved one or something. Like I know that the outer place exists. I don't acknowledge the bad of it, keep that negative energy away, but I do acknowledge that we all go somewhere after we die. Favorite Halloween movie? I guess we have a trend with movies. Okay, so besides Hocus Pocus and Nightmare Before Christmas, Halloween Town, Twitches 2, basically any of like the Disney Channel like scary movies, honestly. Loved them. Classics. I grew up with them. Sorry that you guys didn't if you're younger. They're the best. Nothing can really outbeat them, in my opinion. Even though they're cheesy, they're still good. Fave Halloween costume you've done? Now, I've had a bunch, okay? I've had a lot. My top 3, I guess, would have to be when I was younger. I'll do the ones like top 3 when I was younger and then top 3 as an adult because my mom did really cool costumes when I was younger. My first top one was, I'd have to say the window looking into, the butterfly looking into a windowsill. I was literally a butterfly in a box with like an outline. Like my mom went all out. I was in a newspaper, okay? I was in a newspaper. You know what? I'm gonna go get it. I don't think you guys believe me. I was in a newspaper over my costume. I'll be back. My mom laminated this because she wanted to preserve it for all of eternity. But yeah, literally, I won best costume. I won the best costume award because of this. Because of my mom. I was 5 and I won a contest. Speaking of that, I'd have to go next would be Nemo jumping out of the fish tank. That was a good one. Literally, I was in a fish tank with little ornaments of Nemo characters hanging around me. That was a good one. And then, it has to be a tie between the genie in a bottle and a bunny coming out of a top hat. Yes, my mom is really extra. I got all the candy, okay? I got all the candy. Now, favorite looks that I've done for Halloween. My top fave 3, have I done more than 3? Like an adult wise, without having my mom's help, was a broken doll, a Slytherin student spell gone wrong, and then I did like a Jack Skellington kind of look. I don't know if I saw pictures, but I did a Jack Skellington like face and it looked really dope. So I think those as an adult that I did myself looked pretty great. But my mom knocked it out of the park. Like I want to be that mom that like makes the best costumes for the kid. Like I want the kid to get all the candy so then I can have some as well. I'm thinking smarter, not harder, okay? What is your least favorite horror movie and why? I'd have to say, like, any of the movies that are, like, based off of real events, I hate those. Because, for me, I don't like it when things get too real because it makes me really scared. Like, it makes me, like, because it makes me think of giving the realism to the bad things. Like, oh my god, like, that thing actually exists. And, like, the more thought and energy you put into it, the more real it becomes. And I don't like doing that. So I try and stay away from the ones that are actually based on real stories. What's your favorite Halloween costume you've ever worn? Oh, I've ever worn? I'd have to say a witch taking a bath in a cauldron. Now, my mom literally made a cauldron out of 2 hula hoops, garbage bags, balloons for the bubbles, and like I had like a little loofah hanging and a little bar of soap, and like my mom went all out for this costume. I think that was like the best costume I ever had, and it honestly, like I said, got all the candy because I had the best costume like ever. I was literally that kid that just got all the candy. Yeah. What are your costume ideas? My costume ideas were obviously this that I wore to Comic-Con. This was like an Ariana Grande, like BTS fan, I guess. Whatever look with my thigh-high heels. And then the Suga costume. I saw the meme and I was like, you know what? I want to be Suga for Halloween because I think it'd be really funny. So I'm being Suga for Halloween. I decided that, and I wore this to Comic-Con just to have fun. Favorite spoopy season movie? We're kind of going in the same phase of the movies. I think Tim Burton. I think anything Tim Burton is like spooky enough for me, like spooky, spoopy. I have to say Tim Burton movies. Tim Burton all the way. We have one question left, you guys. One question left. I bought that cauldron just for this video. If you could be any supernatural creature, what would you be? I'd have to say I'd be either Cerberus, which is a 3-headed dog, or those elven kind of creatures, like with, yeah, anything mystical, like elves, but like dark and dangerous kind of creature. Definitely Cerberus, because I could be a 3-headed dog and I could bite the heads off of people. It'd be so dope. Okay, webheads, if you liked today's video, give it a like, subscribe, and share with your friends. I'll try and do one every year from now on because I had a lot of fun answering your questions and everything. Comment down below, like I said, what you're going to be for Halloween, what your favorite scary movie is, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!